Welcome back to the Stache Club Wrestling Podcast. My name is John.
My name's Dante.
Welcome, everyone. What's going on? Happy Thursday.
Happy
what a
Thursday.
week. We got a lot to go over. Not even go over at first. We got some predictions to do. Today is our WWE Bash in Berlin predictions
Son
episode.
of a bitch, we do have predictions.
Oh, you did?
Guess who didn't put together their predictions? This guy right here. But that's all right. I like doing it on the fly.
And then, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to just, not for the SCW Predictions Championship. We're also going to run some NXT predictions.
I'm defending this belt like a fucking workhorse, like it's a 24/7 championship right now.
And then next week is All Out. We're going to do some All Out predictions.
Oh, God.
And then...
Need a break.
But and then later in the episode, after we do all our predictions, we're going to go over some stuff that happened at All In. We're going to go over the rest of the stuff that happened at Raw that doesn't really have anything to do with Bash in Berlin.
Hell yeah.
And then whatever is left is over on patreon.com/Stache Club Wrestling. There's ad-free episodes, this episode ad-free, as well as a bonus episode that we're going to record right after this. We answer some questions, we talk movies, and we also kind of continue the pod discussion.
Yes, we do.
So please do that. Please go check that out. Last plug before we really dive into it. We have some new merchandise, shop.clutchpoints.com. The shirt I'm wearing, the back of it's on the screen, and some koozies to really finish out the rest of summer.
Get your hands on that.
Shop.clutchpoints.com. Really appreciate it. It's a great way to support the channel, and you get a cool shirt out of it.
Hell yeah.
All right. First order of business, we have your SCW Predictions Championship.
Yes, we do.
To figure out. Coming off of AEW All In.
Had to put some points together. Math can be hard, but we figured it out.
All right. I guess in 3, 2, 1, we'll say them at the same time.
Okay.
And then hope that we can hear each other.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
47.
47. Holy shit.
All my top ones, basically for my 5 to 10 were all right.
Oh, that's what did it. So Jack Perry is what put you at the 7.
Hook, Jack.
Yeah, but I had Hook too. But I'm saying Jack and Darby is the big one we had different.
Darby.
I had Darby. That's what did it. Nice.
Right,
that's what did it. Well, congratulations on your defense.
Oh my God, it's getting, my back's hurting, my shoulder is getting heavy from carrying this.
Don't worry, I'll give you some relief here. We got Bash in Berlin. So I'm pretty confident.
Oh, man.
I'm pretty confident in Bash in Berlin.
I'll tell you what, I'm always a little bit more confident in these WWE ones because there are not as many matches.
There's 5. Yeah, there's 5
matches, and it's a bit more. I don't want to say more predictable, but I feel like it is like
it can be.
It can be. So
I don't know. I feel like they should have added maybe one more match.
You know, they're doing.
I like these short ones, but it's Bash. Like this is supposed to be a huge show, and I feel like, we always talk about this. The matches are gonna go long. It's gonna be quality for sure. I think add one more. You know?
I think because they're filming SmackDown there as well, and because LA Knight was like he's gonna have an open challenge for the US belt. In Berlin, whatever. People are like, why don't you just have it at Bash the Berlin?
Right.
Why don't you just have it Bash in Berlin in general? So yeah, at 5, I do like the smaller pay-per-views because it's just I say pay-per-views. So I'm old school. It's hard for me to switch to PLEs.
It's so hard to switch to PLE.
Pay-per-views are like I like the quality and stuff, but 5 matches can kind of feel like a little. That's not enough. 6, I feel like is a really good spot.
Because this spot. It makes it feel like the show. Because with the world title, I don't mean to already complain about it, but there's 1, 2. There's the 3 world title, or sorry, the 2 world title matches are very predictable.
100%.
So you could at least throw in defend the United States title, defend the tag titles,
right?
Defend, I don't know.
They're doing this big tournament for the Intercontinental Championship, and that's probably just gonna be for an episode of Raw. Braun Breaker to defend it, unless they do it at the next event, they could. But
I don't know. Yeah, depending on how long they extend they already have the 2 qualifiers,
and
they're gonna have
1 fatal 4-way match.
Yeah,
so it could, I don't know. It could be Raw or Bad Blood, I guess. But
I don't know.
Regardless.
All right, we'll jump right into it. We got the women's tag titles. The Unholy Union, which is, I keep forgetting that's their name. It's Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
This one's my 1 point.
No offense to this match and all the competitors involved, but I feel like this is a match that they definitely could have just put on a SmackDown and then put another match on the show. But
yeah, or like we were saying, keep this match and then have another one.
Have another one. I appreciate the woman getting another match here, and they're kind of putting a focus on the women's tag
because then
belt, so.
you also, obviously Rhea's tied up, or Rhea and Liv, I should say, are tied up in the tag match, but
Exactly.
Neither woman's titles are being defended.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I guess, yeah, this is their match. I'm very 50-50 on it. It's my 1 point as well.
Yep.
I really want Unholy Union to win just because, like, just have them have a good reign. Like,
Right.
I don't like the whole trading, like, hot potato with the belts. That being said, I am going to pick Jade and Bianca. Mm-hmm. At some point in time, we're going to get that Jade and Bianca split, and we're going to get that feud. I don't know if it starts the Saturday. I don't know if they're going to win it back and then just kind of, like, hold the belts, and that split kind of, like, you kind of see cracks and stuff while they're the champs. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to pick Jade and Bianca as the safe pick.
I'm going Jade and Bianca. I agree with everything you said. Unfortunately, I don't like. Unless I am shown otherwise, the tag team division is dead. Yeah. Men's, women's, every single title. The tag team division is non-existent.
Yeah.
Until the Lucha Bros sign.
And Motor City Machine Guns show up.
Please, for the love of God, revive it. But the tag title division is dead. So if they're using both men's titles as shiny accessories for the groups, we talked about this.
To Jade and Bianca.
So I think if they're doing that for everyone else, give it to Jade and Bianca. Jade and Bianca all of a sudden aren't doing anything, which is crazy.
Yeah,
it's two of their biggest stars in the women's division, and they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
So I think this is a little bit of a reset. We got the nice moment with Fire and Dawn at
Clash
of the Castle.
Yep.
Did that, bada bing, bada boom. Unfortunately, to no fault of their own, the reign has been pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
They're going to give it to Jade and Bianca. They look good with the titles. Like I said, two of their biggest stars, and then, they'll use it as fire eventually to, do a feud and whatever. But I really think it's solely just they're the two bigger stars, and I think they're just going, give them the titles.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at.
I don't even think, again, they won it in Scotland. I think it was a great moment, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, did Jade and Bianca ever have to lose the titles in the first place? I feel like they could have just kept them this whole time. But
right. And then I also don't, which granted, it was a triple threat match.
They didn't get pinned or anything. So they were protected.
But in general terms, I don't think they're going to have Jade and Bianca lose to them again.
Yeah.
Because then, again,
who's going to get pinned? Jade's got to be protected.
Oh, right.
Bianca getting pinned would kind of be like, that's kind of surprising. So
I don't know. It's a weird match. Feels like a little bit of a reset, but maybe for the better. I don't know. All right, next we're gonna go to the strap match: Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. This is genuinely like my most anticipated match by a country mile on the show.
The thing is with this feud, they delivered at SummerSlam, so now I'm like, okay, if they have matches, I think they're gonna keep delivering.
I hope, and I think it will top it. So I think their last match, and we talked about this when we covered SummerSlam, their last match was solid. It did what it needed to do for the story, but they didn't put on a match-wise. It wasn't anything crazy memorable.
I think they're saving it.
So I think with the stipulation of the strap match, I think this is gonna be the defining match of the feud.
You know what will be a 5-star match for them is when they have that Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood. It's happening. It's got to happen. Whenever they have that Hell in a Cell, that match is going to be their classic.
Or what are they? 3 stages of hell?
Three stages of hell. Maybe they do that.
I don't know.
I think strap match is a nice touch, nice stipulation. They can't escape each other. Got to touch all 4 corners.
We got a little preview on Raw of Punk whipping the shit out of Drew.
That doesn't feel
and vice
good.
versa. I think if I remember correctly, I think Drew was. I think they both got a little stuff in.
I bet that doesn't feel good. But this is my 3-pointer.
This is also my 3-pointer. If I had to guess, I think we're gonna have the same exact points.
I think we're gonna have the same.
And we'll go through it and see what. Yeah, we'll see where we land.
But I'm picking CM Punk. He lost the first one.
Yeah,
I think he wins the second one. They're gonna have a third match, like I mentioned. So I think it makes sense. Stipulation.
Yep.
Let CM Punk. He doesn't pin Drew, so you can still protect Drew there. Yeah, I just think it makes sense for Punk to win the second match between the two.
Yeah, I mean, Punk, excuse me, correct me if I'm wrong. Does Punk have a singles win since his return? Probably not, right?
I think Drew was his first non-house show. Drew was his first and only singles match because he had matches against Dom, but those were the live shows and stuff.
Right, and
so technically speaking,
lost the Rumble.
Yeah, so technically speaking, on TV, he has not won a singles match.
So one, that's that. Like you said, to 50-50 booking until the blow off. I also think this is like, I mean, like Drew's the Scottish psychopath. They're both gonna go crazy, but this is more of this is an ECW sort of match. This is Punk.
CM Punk has more fire in his eyes now. He lost at SummerSlam. He can't get the bracelet back. I think he's gonna be a lot more intense than he was at SummerSlam.
The bracelet's gonna come a lot into play. Drew's still putting up his family.
That's the most coveted thing in wrestling right now. That bracelet.
Yeah, I got Punk. Like I said, it's my most anticipated match. I'm excited for it. And then it's gonna be a good win for Punk in Berlin, and then we'll see, like you said, bad blood or whatever.
I'm excited to see the fans' reaction in an international crowd
for the strap match.
Yeah, just like CM Punk's reaction in general, just like hearing how the crowd is.
Sure. I get what you're saying.
With his theme song, singing along to his theme song, or whatever. Like this is his first time being in an international crowd back in WWE, so I'm excited to see his reaction.
And Drew, so to tie some stuff into Raw, Drew had his promo on Raw. And, I mean, you got the heel and you got the face, obviously, but Drew's spitting over on Raw. He's saying all facts. He's, saying a lot of stuff of like, you came back and all of a sudden we want to love you and you're not the Punk you used to be and all this stuff. And I forget exactly what specifically he was saying, but
hey man, he's the most justified heel in wrestling.
He's very justified.
Yeah, very justified.
And all he needs to do is give the bracelet back.
That's all he's got.
I don't know.
That's not his.
All right, we'll move on to the Terror Twins of Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. I'm going to guess this is your 2-pointer.
It is my 2-pointer.
This is my 2-pointer. Yep. So, all right, let's see where this is going. I have the Terror Twins.
I also have the Terror Twins.
All right, we're going to have the same exact card. We're going to have the same. We'll figure it out. Once we get through it.
Yeah, I just think it's just
maybe we'll just tie NXT in for the title.
We might have to. Rhea and Damian both lost at SummerSlam to their respective opponents.
Yeah.
They have this big storyline building with Liv and Dom. I think it just makes sense for Damian and Rhea.
It's their first outing as the Terror Twins.
Right. Like, give them their win, whether it's Damian pins Dom or Rhea pins Liv, and that sets up another match between whatever it is. I think Damian and Rhea need a big win here. So
yeah, I agree. It doesn't feel like the end of the story, but it is.
It's a stepping stone.
It's a stepping stone. It's the good guys, quote unquote. It's the dominant two. They broke off from their group,
trying to get their revenge, kind of.
Dom and Liv don't need the win because Liv's still going to be champion. It adds to. I mean, I think eventually we're going to get the rematch of Rhea Liv for the title.
Yeah,
I think this is what this is all leading up to.
A Hell in a Cell between those two would be kind of sick.
It would be kind of sick. Dom and Liv don't need the win. Terror Twins do. Where does Damian go from here? Who knows?
Finn, I guess.
Oh right, yeah, Finn.
I guess
Finn will come. There'll be shenanigans in this match for sure. You're right. Yeah, this will be cool. I mean, ever since this started, we were like, the mixed tag match is happening. The mixed tag. So here we are. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be sick.
I think it'll be a good match.
We're gonna get Rhea hitting Liv with the. We're gonna get Rhea hitting Dom with her finisher.
Oh, it has to happen.
They've been teasing it.
Oh yeah.
I think maybe she might have hit it. I'm not really sure.
I don't think
she hit JD or Finn.
To.
That's what it was. Yeah, he got out of it or whatever. But that's gonna be her big like China moment, is hitting the man with the finisher or whatever, it's gonna be sick. I'm excited for it.
Hell yeah.
Terror Twins up,
Twins up.
Relive eventually. All right, World Heavyweight Championship match: Gunther versus Randy Orton for 4 points. Right.
This is my 5 points.
Oh, I mean, it's not gonna matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised. Why don't you have Cody for 5 points?
I think there's a better. I don't know. I think both the World Championship matches are pretty like.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump into the other one, but I think they're pretty obvious results.
Yeah.
So it really didn't make a difference of who. This could have been the 4 easily, and the other one could have been the 5. But yeah, Gunther just won the belt. I love Randy. I love the build up.
Oh,
I
he
do
is
love
doing
the build
such
up.
a good job.
I think they've done a pretty good job at like giving us some sort of
I want to
belief.
be a 15-time champion. My time's not over. And
like they're giving us some sort of belief that Randy could walk out of Berlin as world heavyweight champ. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not happening unless some freak thing happened where Gunther like breaks his leg and they're like audible, take the belt off me, whatever. But no, Gunther's walking out as champ.
They're in Berlin.
That too.
Gunther's walking in as champ. He's walking out as champ. I also have Gunther for 4 points.
Yeah.
But
I think it'll be their
this
King
is
of
gonna
the
be
Ring match
fun.
was great.
Yep.
Obviously the screwy finish is kind of what led us back here. So I think they'll deliver again. I think they'll one-up it.
Yeah, it'll be nice to kind of one-up it and have a clean finish and kind of make up for that blemish.
Right.
That's kind of on in the history books
And,
there.
and I'm happy that they brought it up. And Gunther's
sure.
kind of taken that as like a challenge. Like I want to erase that and like make up for it, whatever. So
Yeah.
no, the feud's been great. I'm excited for the match.
They're gonna beat the shit out
They
of each
are.
other. You know what's crazy? I think I saw them during their 2 weeks ago during their last promo. I say this all the time, but like you forget how fucking massive and tall Randy is,
dude.
Because like his style is so the Viper and he's slick and he's smooth. You kind of forget how big of a powerhouse he is.
Yeah.
He's taller than Gunther.
He's like 6'3", 6'4".
He's taller than
a big
Gunther.
boy. He said, I'm sure you saw this. I think he said it when he was on
Yeah.
the Cody Rhodes. He gained 9 pounds before his match with Gunther because he
Jesus.
ate a fucking whole jar of Nutella or whatever. And he was like, Nutella, you gotta sponsor me.
Yeah.
Like I lick it clean, whatever.
Oh, I think it was. I think it was. I think it was. It was during one of his entrances, and Samantha Irvin's like at 275, and he goes. More like 290.
290.
I've been eating
good.
I've been eating
good.
I saw a picture of him or like a video of him not even that long ago, and it's shocking how like slimmer and less like beefy he was.
Yeah,
And, he's
big time.
a monster.
It's insane what a year and a half can do to you when you have that much time, gaining 40 pounds and just lifting like a madman.
And I guess allegedly like steroids for medical use.
Yeah, they got some stuff that helps you out. That might help with the recovery and growth.
I think I saw like he wasn't
Nothing illegal.
Again, this is all alleged. This is all alleged. I don't know. I don't know.
But I take steroids.
I thought I read something that because of his injury, whatever medication was, like there were steroids in it or something. So like the intention was different, but like the effect.
Hey, good for him.
Still,
it worked out.
I could be 100% wrong.
Hey,
allegedly.
If he took something, it was legal. So
yeah,
you can't fault him.
All right. I guess we'll move on. I don't know. It is tough to ring out more things to say when it's just so obvious of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens had a nice little moment on SmackDown where they've been teasing the Kevin Owens heel turn.
Yep.
This whole thing is built up of, Cody being like, no, Kevin, you do deserve it. No, Kevin, you do deserve it. He's slowly realizing who he is.
They were showing the video package of all his betrayals, and he goes, everyone in there deserved it except for Kofi. I'll admit it. He goes, Kofi again. I'm sorry. He goes, I messed up. That one's on me, but everyone else, they deserved it. That was really funny.
He's one of if not the funniest wrestlers in the company.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of the time it's just like what's the word I'm trying to think of? Just unintentional. Like he's just a funny.
He breaks the fourth wall a lot, and it's But so there's this moment on SmackDown where he's got the title, and he kind of stomps up to Cody and kind of like I'm gonna hit you sort of way, hands him the belt, and then starts yelling at like whoever the fuck, and then Cody's kind of like, you
could hear the crowd. They were like, whatever, and then
I don't know. I mean,
they're playing into it.
I think for the sake of the match, because it is face versus face, and through my GM bros, we know.
Oh, we know.
Those hinder the stars.
Those matches, those face versus face, heel versus heel. Sometimes Triple H doesn't like those. Doesn't like them very much.
With that said, quick little plug interjection here, but hey, my GM bros, don't give up on us.
Don't give up on us. We film in bulk, okay?
And we recorded a new batch this week, and we spoilers. We learned a lot, and we learned how to do the stuff that we're not doing. It's a fun part of the episode to like, or it's going to be the episode title. I don't want to give too much away, but it's obvious. We learned how to do stuff, so please don't give up. There's a lot of people in the comments being like, I'm not watching this shit anymore.
Guys, it's gonna get better. You gotta give us some time here. We're also this isn't like video games and stuff. Like this isn't our we're not. I don't want to say try hards, but like we're just having fun with it. We're not
right. Dante's bad at video games.
I'm not good at video games, especially this.
Me
one.
Though, gamer.
The best. I'm
a gamer.
But yeah, no, bear with us. So they're getting better. Anyways,
and if the only way we can win you back is by restarting, maybe
we
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Have to.
I'm nervous people are gonna give up on the series for it even has legs. Anyways, I got Cody Rhodes winning for 5 points.
I got Cody Rhodes winning for 4 points.
I think. Oh, this is what I was saying on the heel thing. I think for the sake of the match and the sake of the because it's gonna be a good match. These two are two of the best. I think for the sake of it, I wouldn't be surprised if we see an in-ring heel turn, an in-match heel turn with Kevin.
I think it's going to happen after the event. I don't think it's going to happen.
Do you think after the event or maybe after Cody wins? No, they probably wouldn't end with a Kevin Owens heel turn.
I think any time after their match, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll happen before. I don't think it'll happen during. I can see it happening after. Like Cody wins, he gives him the belt, raises his hand, low blow, whatever.
I just don't see them going off unless they end with Gunther Randy. They very
well
might.
They should end with Gunther.
They probably
Randy.
will.
I think they should do that.
So I don't know. And then you can get if Kevin turns on him after the match,
second match.
You can get another match.
That's
out of it.
what
that makes
Cody
sense.
Rhodes' feuds and stuff have really been like. Had 2 matches with AJ.
Right.
Technically had 2 matches with Solo. It was the triple threat. It was a tag team match. 2 matches with Roman. Now he could have 2 matches with Kevin. Mm-hmm. So yeah, why not?
Yeah, I could see either way. I could see either depending on if this is the main event. I think I'm an in-match heel turn. Mm-hmm. But if they put this on first or before the world title or the world heavyweight championship, I could see maybe Kevin's turning after
main event too.
See, I'm just thinking because of Gunther. Because Gunther's
should main event.
Yeah,
I think it's his home country, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder what opens. I wouldn't be surprised the probably strap match won't open. Yeah. I could see Cody and Kevin opening, to be honest. I
mean, Cody's opened a few times.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. We'll see. This will be interesting, but I think also since you like right now, Kevin Owens is just the funny guy. I think he can still be like the funny breaking the fourth wall guy. It's not like he's with Sammy right now, so it's like he doesn't really have like a crazy face thing holding him there. Plus, heel Kevin Owens is the best.
We've talked about it. Kevin Owens is the best in general. I think he's
great.
Can give him any role, any story, any character. He will take the ball and he will run with it. But as a heel, that is his bread and butter right there.
I remember we saw him leaving WrestleMania 40. We saw him walking in the airport. Remember that?
Yeah, do you remember that? Yeah, he was with his son, his family, and I was like, that was Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Hey.
He had 6 shorts on.
He did. While we're on the topic, leave wrestlers alone at the airport. Do as we did. You look over
and just watch and walk by and just be like, "Oh, that was that person."
You say to your buddy, "Hey, that was Kevin Owens," and
you move on.
And that's it. Go back don't ask him for anything. Don't come up to them.
You go back to eating your airport food.
Leave wrestlers alone in general, but
especially when they're with their families and stuff too.
All right.
Well, we have the same picks for that.
Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm. All right. I guess what sucks is that I think what we'll do is we'll add on NXT to it. Mm-hmm. But that does mean this entire show doesn't matter and is a wash for us.
Really,
you know what I mean?
So it's NXT predictions.
And then it's NXT predictions.
Unless there's something in the Discord, do they have any like bonus things in there that maybe we can add on?
The only thing
I'm not sure what else, like what kind of.
The only one I would think of changing, it would be like I could maybe Dom Liv over Terror Twins, but I don't want to go against my gut here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like that pick of the Terror Twins. So
all right, let's open up this form here. Tony in the Discord posted
shout out to
one.
Tony.
Copy link. A lot of it is like who's gonna get the pin and like stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. There's some bonuses. All right.
You want to just do this?
Let's do the bonuses. Okay. Cool. We're going back. We're circling. To the Terror Twins.
Okay.
The bonus points for 1 point will be who starts the match, Dom and Damien or Liv and Rhea.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I'm going to go Dom Damien.
I want to go. Yeah. Yeah. Because they're going to save like the women's champion.
Right. Should we pick one bonus that we know we'll have a different one on?
We'll do a bunch of bonuses.
Okay,
yeah, we're going to do. Yeah. All right. I'm also going, Dom Damien.
All right, we'll put that down for 1.
Dom Damien 1 point. All right, next bonus. Who takes the pin? The same match. Who takes the pin for 1 point? Okay. I'm gonna say Dom.
I hate you.
Yeah.
I was also gonna say Dom. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he?
I think Rhea's gonna pin him.
He's the fall guy in this match for sure. Damn.
Oh. Fuck.
Okay. All right.
All right. We'll go to. All right. The tag match.
Women's tag match.
Same question. Who starts the match?
Here we go.
I'm going Bianca, and I mean this one's a coin toss.
I was gonna say I'll go Isla Dawn.
I'm going Fire.
All right, there we go. That's gonna be the championship decision, right?
I'm gonna be watching it and be like, come on, step Bianca. In the ring.
Come on, Fire, come on.
And then who gets pinned? I'm going. Again, this is.
I'll stick with Isla Dawn getting pinned. Why not?
In my gut, I'm going Dawn too.
Okay.
So right now it is just who is starting that match.
Yeah, that's the difference. See what else right here.
Okay, no bonus point for that. No bonus point for that. Okay. All right, this is good. Predict the order, and you get half a point for
the right placement.
The right placement.
Oh.
Okay,
I like this.
Okay, that's tough because that's what we were just talking about. It's like, does Gunther main event?
Right.
I'm going Cody and Kevin start. Cody. Whatever. Cody KO. Then I'm going. It's either going to be the women's tag.
Oh, I feel good about this.
Yeah, you already got yours.
I feel good about this.
Who do you have starting?
Punk and Drew.
Yeah. See, the only reason I didn't do that is I feel like you got to ease the crowd into a strap match.
No, that's fair.
That's kind of my thinking.
Or get them all riled
up. That's a good point. All right, and then I'm gonna go Cody, Kevin Owens start, women's tag next, and then the strap match, and then Terror Twins, and then Gunther Randy.
Okay,
that's what I'm thinking.
All right, I'm going Punk Drew, women's tag team match, mixed tag team match.
Sorry. Start over. I was typing.
I'm going to do Punk Drew to start.
Okay.
Then I'm going to do Jade and Bianca versus Unholy Union second.
Yep.
Terror Twins versus Dom and Liv third.
Yep.
Cody KO, and then Gunther Randy Orton in the main event.
Okay. We both were on the main event. That's interesting. All right. So somehow I think there'll be a winner.
There's got to be.
Somehow the'll be a winner through that because
it's going to come down to who's starting for Unholy Union.
It really is, which is crazy.
Hey, at least we got.
I say for the sake of it, because now this means something and you get some sort of points. Let's do the NXT predictions and then maybe we add that in and we do a whole weekend.
Sure.
That's what I'm thinking. But let's see. What is it? No Mercy?
Yes.
2024. All right. Real on the fly here. All right. We're gonna start. Excuse me. We're gonna start at the not the bottom, the top, I guess. Singles match for the NXT Women's Championship: Roxanne Perez versus Jada Parker.
Okay. Yeah. Cool opportunity for Jada Parker, one of the newcomers in NXT, the women's division. She is a very young, bright star, but I do think Roxanne is still the best of the best in NXT at such a young age too. but she is carrying that women's division right now. Not carrying, but she is the head of the
face
snake.
of she's the face of the division.
So
isn't it? What was the nickname on one of the nicknames quiz? Miss NXT. It wasn't Roxanne. That's what we thought it was.
I think it was maybe
forget who it
Miss
was.
NXT, whatever. But yeah, Roxanne.
I got Roxanne.
I think that's kind of an easy one here. She's gonna lose it at some point, but I don't know if it's anytime soon or it's got to be a bigger challenger.
Kaylani Jordan versus Wendy Chu for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Kaylani Jordan's still the inaugural champ, right?
Yes, she is.
Won it in the ladder match a few pay-per-views ago. I don't know really about Wendy Chu.
Yeah, she just came back about a month ago. She has this she was like the character that she wears her pajamas, and it's like she's like sleep kind of like has a pillow with her and stuff. But now she came back and she's all evil now. Same type of character, but she's just all dark and scary.
Oh, okay.
So kind of interesting development there, and her character development. But I still think Kalani Jordan is going to defend her belt here.
Yeah,
keep the reign going.
That's who I'm going. I think when I watched that ladder match, her and she was she was one of the standouts. Her with I think Sol Ruka was also in it. A few other women in there that were standouts.
There's so many.
The new crop of women like in NXT, like in the mid card. Like under the world, I mean, in both divisions,
like
yeah. But
every 2 weeks,
it's crazy.
I feel like they're introducing someone new, and then they have a match. I'm like, oh, they're actually like really solid. It's insane.
I'm also going Kalani. All right, NXT North American Championship. We got Obafemi defending against Tony D'Angelo, with 6 people by
his
Luca.
family, the D'Angelo family.
Oh, Luca's in this faction. Luca, friend of the show. Shout out Luca.
Oh, shout out Luca.
Yeah,
man. Listen, Obafemi is one of the best wrestlers, characters in WWE. Period. He is a motherfucking monster. He is not losing that belt anytime soon. Tony D'Angelo, great character. I love the Italian gimmick. They're the Heritage Cup winners. He's the Heritage Cup winner. Excuse me. But Obafemi he's too good.
Yeah, it does kind of it sucks that it looks like we're seeing maybe a lot of just like, staying on track, not a whole lot of title changes, but when you don't need to change the title, you don't need to change the title.
No, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I also got Obafemi. I also seeing coming off of the triple threat and his feud with wasn't he fighting Wesley or something recently? Yeah, he's great. I think he's gonna end up being NXT champion, having 100%. A huge dominant reign in this next generation.
He's
probably
he's
in
a
like
star.
I would imagine probably maybe not the next champion, but like in 1 or 2 champions, I think he'll be there.
Yeah,
I'm also going to Obafemi.
Okay.
NXT Tag Team Championships: Chase University versus Nathan Frazier and Axiom. This is the rematch.
Yes, it is.
I'm going, or I guess they didn't have a straight up 1-on-1, right? They lost it in a multi-man.
I believe it was multi-man, yeah.
I'm going Chase U.
Okay.
Mainly just for solely the sake of, I don't see them just giving it back to Frazier and Axiom. I was watching NXT 2 nights ago, and Ridge and Chase had a fun little backstage promo, and they were in school, and they were like, the whole Chase U thing. I don't know. There's legs with Chase U, so I think they're keeping it.
Yeah, they just won the belt, so I'm also going to pick Chase U. At Nathan Frazier and Axiom, they've been kind of teasing a breakup for a while now, and I feel like it's just bound to happen at some point. They just lost the belts. I can see some sort of blow up happening, so I'm going to go Chase U.
Singles match: Wes Lee versus Zachary Wentz.
Oh, this match is going to be fucking fire. I think they just announced it.
Zachary Wentz turned on Wes Lee. Was it a week ago?
Oh, Wes Lee turned on.
Oh, Wes Lee turned on Zachary Wentz.
Yeah. Because he, I forget. Was it? I was after a tag team match. I forget if they won or lost, but yeah, they just reunited the Radicals, their group and everything like that. And Wesley shockingly turned on them. He's a heel now, which I think is like, it's cool because we're seeing a different side of Wesley, and it was unexpected. So I like a good unexpected turn. But Wesley's both of these guys are unbelievably talented, but I think Wesley is the star of this feud. He is a guy that WWE wants to
He's
build
sick,
up
yeah.
and whatever. So I'm gonna give Wesley the win here.
What is this? This tweet says, "I'm crying. He hates."
Oh
TNA."
yeah.
I, the WWE superstar, and you are nothing but a TNA wrestler.
I thought there was gonna be like a little more to it, and it was strictly just
No,
like,
just straight up.
"I'm the WWE. Fuck you. You're in TNA, loser."
Genuinely.
That's a riot.
Genuinely. Yeah.
That's so
that's
funny.
great. So yeah, I like this. It's a cool story. I forget the name of the other one. Fuck the other guy in the group. I don't know if he was. I don't think he was on NXT this week. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of layers to this. A cool story can be told.
I'm trying to find the when they're beating each other up. I can't find it on Twitter. Didn't they? Weren't they? They got to the ground eventually, didn't they?
Did they brawl at the end? I think they may have.
Or it was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it?
No,
It
I
don't
think
it
this was this past. I think this promo
thought they
battle.
fought. I don't
Maybe
know.
not.
I thought someone jumped someone like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Anyway, who'd you go with?
Wesley.
Yeah.
I think it's just
he's the
easy-
WWE wrestler.
Yeah, he's not the TNA.
yeah.
Okay, last match.
Ethan for the NXT Championship with Trick Williams as a special guest referee. We have Ethan Page, the champion, versus Joe Hendry.
Yeah. Oh man.
As much as I want Joe Hendry to win, Trick Williams being the special guest referee does help a babyface for sure. Feel like it's Ethan Page's run right now.
Yeah, I think Ethan Page was such a shock win that it would kind of be like a not stupid, but like why'd you have him have such a shocking win just to lose it a month later, you know? Yeah, I believe in Joe Hendry, but I don't believe he will win the NXT Championship this Sunday. I think you just got to...
It would be awesome if he did.
I know. I think you just got to build to it a little bit more, kind of like... Because that's what they're doing at TNA, where like he had the opportunity. He keeps coming up short. I think it's just you build up to it. And then, when that moment finally comes, it'll be like, finally, he got his hands on the big one. I think it will happen eventually, but I think it's a little too soon now.
Yeah.
Personally. But who knows? They could just,
I wouldn't even say it's too soon. I think it is just, if he had a WWE contract, he would win this match.
Sure.
I really believe that. But I think he's just... And we were talking about this. I think we were talking about this in the Q&A thing, or if we were talking about this earlier. But it would be so cool to see him in. He walks in TNA with the NXT title. I just don't think WWE will ever give that edge to another company. You know, like they'll let they'll let Jordan Grace lose on NXT and be like, oh, we beat your world champion, whatever. WWE will never. And I could be saying this, and Joe Hendry wins on Sunday, and then that's all it's for naught. But like, I don't see WWE ever bending the knee to give any sort of like shine or credibility to TNA, even in this partnership.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. To that, I say like never say never. Just because too, it's like
and pick them.
No, I'm not. I am not. I definitely do think that. They're like the relationship that they have, TNA and WWE/NXT. I really do believe it's gonna eventually lead to some sort of like whether WWE buys TNA or like some sort of really working relationship, because they have Joe Hendry working at the Performance Center. I can see them like sharing that to other stars in TNA, whatever. And I do think that there is like, yeah, you would have the NXT Championship on TNA and have a TNA guy beat a WWE guy, but I do think it's good for business. Like it puts eyes on the product and stuff. And Joe Hendry's been on NXT every week, so I feel like he's kind of like being justified as like he is a TNA guy, but like he really is like splitting his time and stuff. So
if this was for like the North American Championship, then I would be way more
a little bit more. I agree,
but I don't know. And I said it. I hope I'm biting my tongue. I hope we come back on here next week and we're like, the title of next week's episode is holy shit, Joe Hendry won the NXT
Yeah.
title. I hope that happens.
I think Trick Williams
You know?
being added definitely makes it a bit more interesting. I actually think, because what I can see happening is Trick somehow screws Joe Hendry, believe it or not, because it's kind of like Trick Williams was the old NXT champ.
Sure.
Joe Hendry comes in, he's getting a championship match, and Trick's like, hey, like, I'm the NXT guy. Like, you came from TNA. I can see them having a little side feud.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then that can kind of like, after that, Joe Hendry can go back and maybe win the belt after that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they were smart and wanted to create a crazy moment and one of the most shocking wrestling moments of the year, you know, TNA star winning the NXT title, they would do it. I just think track record tells that WWE is selfish and WWE's ego is too, you know, it's all ego WWE. I've been told just through history that no shot they're giving a TNA contracted guy the shine he deserves.
Yeah, no,
you know?
I think that's why we both have Ethan Page. But hey, I mean, they could pull.
We'll see.
They
I
could
would
pull
love
off
it.
something crazy.
I would love it.
It could be a crazy moment.
He did close NXT the other night. He was holding the title and he was doing his like thing with the title in his hands, and then Trick is kind of just like with them.
That sign right there to me is telling me he's not winning.
Isn't that like the trope of like if they touch the title the at the go home show they're not winning or something?
The guy that is always on top up before the show is the one that's losing.
Yeah,
it's
whatever
always
it
something
is.
like that.
I don't know.
We'll see.
It's interesting. I don't know. What I would hope. I mean, again, he just needs to sign NXT. He needs to get out of that TNA contract.
I know.
You know. All right, we have the exact same predictions for
we do.
NXT, so that doesn't matter. It's going to be strictly, strictly the Bash Berlin predictions. It's really gonna depend on Fire and Dawn who starts the match.
There we go. That
Perfect.
Like we assumed from the beginning. It's going to come down to them,
and then we'll run it back in a week for All Out,
which that should be
which they have
much different.
They built like the whole card last night on Dynamite.
Yeah, so we'll have more matches to go over there.
All right, we got some time left. Let's talk about, we've been talking about WWE. Let's jump to there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but there's two big things I want to talk about. But I want to talk about first, Bryan Danielson is your new AEW champion. He did it.
He did it.
He won the title. He had a really heartfelt, beginning of his promo last night on Dynamite.
Yep.
Unbelievable match. I thought him versus Swerve was fantastic.
Definitely best match of the night.
I would
definitely
say
gonna be up there for
yeah.
be up there for match of the year.
I would say
the emotion in that match.
Danielson's kids like ringside and Danielson getting bloodied up.
Bree was there.
You got you had the little bit of Hangman stuff that didn't coincide with the end of the match.
Right.
So I was really happy about. But yeah, this was fantastic. I'm so hyped. Danielson's got it.
Yeah, first time Swerve tapped too.
So yeah, they did make note of it.
Happened.
Yep. Huge.
Swerve looked great too. I remember like there was when he took the knee and just kind of like took it and then like brushed off his chest and stuff.
Yeah,
they made him look
so fucking good.
Yeah, no, they both looked great. Even with Swerve's Bryan Danielson's entrance, like they had the promo before, came out, final countdown was fucking awesome. Swerve comes out, West Side Guns fucking rapping his song. They had few guys it was West Side.
So it was DJ Who Kid that that brought him out, and then West Side Gun joined afterward. It was
the other guy.
Oh my God! It was.
I can't remember his name.
I don't remember. I'm gonna look it up. Keep going, or
no,
something.
But, like they both were just presented as the two top guys in the company. Bryan Danielson continuing to prove that he is arguably the best wrestler in the world and that he does not have to retire. So just a really, really, really cool moment. People doing the yes chants and stuff like that was cool to see. Yeah, I mean, we both said in the past, like Swerve, he could have been a guy that held that belt for a longer time and I would have been fine with it. But I feel like Danielson was the perfect guy, a perfect moment, perfect guy to beat him. So I'm okay with it.
I'm trying to find the name. It wasn't. Oh, it was Bun B.
Was it Bun B?
All right. I
shit,
didn't want to say that and sound stupid, but it was Bun B.
Okay.
Yeah, both presented as stars. Even like what's nice to Swerve touch on Dynamite. Swerve and Hangman had a face to face, and like Swerve with the big jacket. Whenever Swerve still felt like the fucking guy. He lost the title. He's pissed off. We'll talk about them two a little bit, but it's very nice to see that this still. Obviously, he was being catapulted into the Hangman feud regardless. But yeah, great match for both of them. Like you said, match of the year contender. This was fantastic. And we're right not to go over it again, but at the end where his kids are in the ring and he's hugging the kids, and there was one clip
with his son.
He goes to like hit a tiger driver on his son, and I think like Bree stops him or something or whatever. He had him like in position.
The match is over. Come on.
Unreal. On Dynamite, he's like that was he gets emotional, and he's like, because of my kids and my family was there, he's like that was the greatest moment of my entire career,
did say
which
that.
was really really cool.
And he says I'm gonna keep defending this belt. When I lose my full-time in-ring career is over.
Teasing, dude. He was like, and I want it, and I don't know how long. He was teasing relinquishing it, and then he really broke everyone down, built everyone up to lead to.
That would have been.
And I'm not done yet.
Leaving.
Basically, is what he said.
Leaving. It would have been a crazy swerve if.
Oh, I would have been heartbroken. I would have been heartbroken.
Yeah, dude. Listen, I mean, we kind of were predicting what we're kind of thinking this would happen, but now that he's the champ. Go on a run. When you lose the belt, that's when you can kind of. He said full-time career, so I can imagine that
he was emphasizing that
he'll have specialty matches. I'm sure
he'll
every now
he'll
and
have
then.
He'll be at WrestleMania 42.
Yeah, he'll do the all-ins and stuff like that, the double or nothings. But yeah, no, I think go on a crazy run, last run with the belt, defend the belt every week if you want,
and it adds so much to your title defenses.
It does.
If looming over that, if you lose, you're done full time. I mean, we'll just call it retiring.
Yeah,
might not be fully whatever, but you lose the belt, you retire, and that puts so much weight on every single defense.
And I think I may have said it last week or maybe the week before, but it's kind of like similar to Ric Flair, where when he had the whole retirement thing. It was like, next match you lose, you're done. And it led to him and Shawn, which was a great match. But it was the point of it was if Rick loses, he retires. And that's what made the match so special. So I do agree that having that cloud over him will add more to no matter.
And after every single win, it's going to be like, I'm still fucking here.
And it could be an opponent that's like, no, this guy can't beat Danielson. But honestly, like, he wants to put guys over, like go out on his back. Like it could happen to anyone. So,
but you know who that opponent isn't is who they announced at the end of it. They reveal that Jack Perry is going to be Danielson's first opponent at All Out.
Listen,
I get it. They sold that, he was on the match where he was on fire and he pinned Danielson and there's something there, whatever. But
his first opponent,
like, come on.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a sucking the life out of us. Like we had such a good moment with Danielson winning. Who's the next opponent gonna be? Who's his first opponent? Jack Perry.
And I'm not even hating on Jack Perry. It's more so like he retained the TNT. He retained his TNT championship already at All In. He defeated Darby Allin. That's his division. He's the champion. I just don't get why
he needs to be going after the world championship.
I don't think defending your TNT championship makes you next in line for the world title because, just traditionally, if you win the Intercontinental title or you win the United States title, that doesn't mean okay, now I'm fighting for the world title. Like, that's your division, fight in your division, and you're the champion. And now, one, we're not getting a TNT title match on the card.
Yeah.
And two, it discredits the TNT title for me a little bit. 'Cause it's like, oh, well, you had that crazy match with Darby. It was a good match. I enjoyed it a lot, but it's like, I don't know. I think there were other options. I do get, and this is to their fault. Is All Out should not be
2 weeks
after All In. All In is their biggest show of the year. It's their WrestleMania. They shouldn't have another pay-per-view 2 weeks after.
At least it's 2 weeks this time. Last week it was just 1 week.
That was even crazier.
So, yeah, no, I'm with you. again, I like Jack Perry. I think
too.
we've given his praises. I love his heel work. I love his character change. It's amazing.
Scapegoat's good.
It's just there's that you have such a loaded roster. You had so many options, and it's like, yeah, if you're a champ for a division, stay in the division. Like
Yeah.
I know, like there have been like when Gunther was the IC champion, he stayed in that division, which I
Absolutely.
loved. Like Logan Paul, he ended up fighting Cody Rhodes, and I thought that was like kind of not. It was a great match, but it didn't like make sense. It's like okay,
And we didn't get a title defense.
and we didn't
out
get a
of it,
title
you know?
defense out of it. So if you're a champ for something else, you shouldn't be going after other belts. I get it. Like Perry pinned Danielson. He's part of the elite, and they make the rules. They make the decision. So it's like you can justify or like make it make sense, I guess. But again, there's so many options, and this is what they gave us.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And I get it's they only have 2 weeks to build it or a week and a half to build it or whatever, but it's like
I'm sure there was someone else back there that had some sort of history with Bryan, and you could have done it better. But
I don't know.
I think the match will be good.
It'll be fine.
I think
Yeah,
it'll
it'll
be
be
a
cool.
fine match. But I think it is definitely a little disappointing that this is the first title defense for Danielson.
there's a lot we can go to. Let's go to
The Patreon's going to have a loaded episode, that's for sure.
it will patreon.com/Stache Club Wrestling to hear more of that. Let's go to Uncle Howdy's in-ring debut.
Yeah.
Bo looks pretty good.
Look good?
Bo looks good. I forget how massive he
Yeah,
is.
he is. He definitely has been in the gym. Yeah, I was a fan of
This
it.
is solid.
I think the biggest not concern, but like the question was, the characters, their costumes, how's it going to translate to the ring? Are they going to fight and stuff like that? And we kind of got the answer to that a few weeks ago with Loomis.
I think how they're doing it is
Gacy.
great.
I love how they're doing it, and like Bo Dallas or Uncle Howdy, excuse me, being there, just having the mask and everything. It looks good. I mean, I think it's like it's not too different than like he doesn't have like a big like animal mat, like he doesn't have like
Right.
the bunny or like the buzzard or anything, or rabbit, excuse me, and the buzzard, whatever. So it's kind of like similar to how he looks already.
It's a stripped down performance
Right,
mask. Like
yeah.
he has to wrestle in it.
Yeah,
The
so
rest of his attire, I think matches.
I
you know?
think it was a solid showing. It was,
and credit to Chad too, because Chad can sell his fucking
Chad
ass off.
is one of the best sellers of the Sister Abigail I think we've ever seen. He
Yeah.
sells the shit out of that move. I think it was because Bray Wyatt, it was the anniversary of his passing this past weekend. I think it was a day or two after. So it was a nice little tribute. Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas having the match, getting the win. Yeah, man, I think they're nailing this Wyatt 6 thing. I think so far so good. Is it the end for not Alpha Academy, American Made, and the Wyatt 6? I don't know, but
Especially like they don't have anything in Berlin.
right.
Unless they do a 3-on-3 or even a 4-on-4, throw Ivy Nile in there with
Right.
with Abby. I could see them doing that, but like I don't know. I'm interested. They did really play on which is what we kind of been speculating is Uncle Howdy's whole thesis is like that he had a promo before the match of being like, Chad betrayed his family, and like they made it known that that's the reason that Chad has been shitty to his family and he's been betraying people, and YS6 don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I could do one more like a 3-on-3.
Some sort of variation.
Yeah, the rest of the YS6 and the Creed brothers came in during the match and fought each other off and everything.
I think like I get the reasoning for it. I do think we do need to be a little bit more like, what's the end goal? Like how do these feuds end? Do they kill Chad Gable?
Right.
Do they like I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know.
Do they change his mind? He goes back. I don't know what like kind of the end game is, but that's part of the story. That's why I'm invested. I'm watching it. But so far, the wrestling's been good. They've proven that they're more than just scary characters. They can go in the ring, do their thing. So so far so good.
Let's go to we got this IC title tournament.
Yes, we do.
We got Jey Uso and Pete Dunne qualifying.
Jey Uso said, "Fuck you, Sammy. Fuck the tag team belts. I'm going after the IC belt."
right. What I also thought was interesting is I thought this was gonna be, and maybe this was me getting ahead of myself, maybe a little fancy booking, but Woods and Kofi were both involved in these triple threats,
Correct.
in the separate triple threats, and they've been building up this whole They even had a little backstage segment. Woods is dressed in all black.
Yeah.
Kofi made note of it, being like, "Oh, hey, like whatever," and he's like, just something a little more me, something a little more." And Kofi's like, "Well, that's not canon, but okay." He's wearing the all black. The heel turn's coming.
Oh yeah.
I thought it would have been a really good opportunity for both Woods and Kofi to qualify, and they meet each other in the finals. Like imagine this again. This is me booking, and so it doesn't really matter. But imagine, because their whole thing backstage was like, "This is our time, and let's go." I thought either A, if Kofi lost, Woods advances, and that's ammo for
Something
Woods to be like, "You see, I didn't need you, and I can do this on my own." Or they both win. And they both move on, and they see each other in the Fatal 4-Way and whatever.
Or Kofi won and Woods lost, and he gets jealous and costs him. Yeah, there could have been a few.
I think both of them losing was kind of a waste of an opportunity.
I think
for
the
something.
way they just kind of put the wrestlers together and stuff. It's like Jey Uso. I get it. He's the most popular one. He's going to make it.
Jey Uso winning makes sense.
Pete Dunne I like because it's different.
I am shocked. I'm shocked and over the moon that Pete Dunne won. I didn't think he was going to win it.
He's all over the place. He's in NXT, like doing number one contenders matches and losing.
He fucking ended NXT the other night by being like, what did he say? Was it to Ethan Page or Trick? I forget who it was to, but he was like, I think it was like, "Ethan Page, you're not going to be able to make it to." Or you're not going to be able to make it to next Tuesday. You're not going to be able. He threatened Ethan Page at the end of the show.
He's all over the place. He's everywhere right now. He's in the Intercontinental Championship match. He's fighting Sheamus. He's in NXT.
If you're in the IC title tournament, I know the argument. NXT isn't the minor league. NXT isn't whatever it is, but not talent wise, but just in terms of rankings, it is. If you're in the IC title tournament, you shouldn't be on NXT.
No, I'm with it. It still is
why is he on
confusing
NXT?
why some of these people are going to NXT and back and stuff.
As someone who what's his story with Ethan Page? Do you know? Because he showed up at the end. He's like, I'm gonna break your legs.
Compete. I think he's just trying to fight someone. Honestly, I think.
Which I fuck with, but it's like make a little more sense here.
Yeah, and then what are the matches next week? What are the other triple threat matches that they have?
Oh, good question. I don't know. Stall for me.
I think it's Sheamus might be involved in one of them. It's like Bronson Reed is definitely in one of them.
Yeah.
Sheamus is in one of them, I believe. Pete Dunne is on speed.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say,
everywhere.
You mean Pete Dunne versus Evans.
Yeah, he's everywhere, bro. I'm telling you. I think they did announce them on Raw.
Did. They at least announced one of them.
Let's see.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Sheamus, Bronson,
Reed.
Ludwig.
Yep. I think that's the only one they announced.
Okay.
Maybe they announced another one. But, from that, I could see Bronson Reed advancing, I guess.
Yeah, I think Bronson, he can't get pinned. So
Ludwig would be interesting.
Ludwig would be interesting. Sheamus and Ludwig have their own thing going on too, so I can see something going on there. Or like Pete Dunne caught Sheamus, and then Bronson Reed gets one. I don't know. But yeah, I think the Fatal 4-Way match will be fun. I'm a sucker for a big man match like that. So whoever's involved, I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah, like I said,
Braun Breaker is gonna win. No matter what, I think he'll retain the belt against whoever the challenger is.
Of these two, I don't know. I could see. Maybe they're building up Bronson Reed to face Braun.
That would be a crazy.
They did have a crazy segment. Braun Strowman. Speaking of Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed battle out in the parking lot. Bronson Reed hits the fucking tsunami on the car. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, no, that was two big meaty men, meat versus meat.
I'm a fan of what they're doing with Bronson Reed.
Yeah,
what they're doing
time.
with Bronson Reed, and this match was fun. They were going outside, throwing trash cans at each other, fucking up the two cars, and eventually led to the big splash. Splash was fucking sick.
Yeah, it was.
Splash was dope.
It was like there was a picture. It was like the moment the glass broke, and it was like his stomach just touching Braun, and then just the glass shattering. Yeah, it was a crazy visual.
The car, which I don't think the car did start to smoke, which I was like, I don't know why that's. They definitely added that part in.
It's not like they jumped on the engine or anything like that.
Yeah, all of a sudden the front of it starts smoking.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
Definitely a little extra there, but no, it was cool.
All right, we are going to jump into the Patreon
Hell
here.
yeah.
Patreon.com/Stache Club Wrestling. We're going to cover more of the fallout from
All in.
All In. We're going to talk about Dynamite, and then I think if there's anything else on Raw or the lead up to Bash in Berlin, we're also going to answer some questions and all of that stuff. And I saw a movie this week, so we're going to talk about that.
What a movie!
I saw Blink twice. Zoe Kravitz directorial.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
So
Jason Tatum.
So if you want to hear the after party, hear us chat more, patreon.com/Stache Club Wrestling for $5.99 a month. We really appreciate that. And I'll leave you with the merch plug, shop.clutchpoints.com. We have brand new merch. Please go get your hands on that. It's a great way to support the channel.
We appreciate it.
With that said, if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be a preview for the Patreon. But other than that, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. If you're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, please leave a rating. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment. All right, we'll let you go. Again, can't reiterate. Don't give up on my GM.
Don't give up on my GM. We're getting better. We're getting better. We're learning.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Jon Moxley returned, and I am confused. I don't know what's going on.
Came out to his New Japan theme song too.
Not a fan of the song. I saw Blink twice.
Channing Tatum. Yeah, I saw the trailer in theaters not too long ago.
Zoe Kravitz directorial debut.
Batista had an interview. I forget what it was for.
Oh, yeah.
He was talking about, they were like, do you get like the itch of like walking down the music and whatever? And he was like,